صلي وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وبعد. يروي الإمام أحمد في مسنده بسند صحيح عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال قال النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. The hadith tonight is in the collection of Imam Ahmad with an authentic chain of narration related to us by Abu Hurairah. The theme for the next maybe 2 weeks or so is going to be different. I'm not going to talk about like a topic. I'm going to narrate to you the collection of ahadith where the Prophet ﷺ used the term laysa minna, is not amongst us, or it's not in keeping with our teachings. And Sheikh Al-Janabi and I talked about this in the past, and I have like a bunch of stuff that I'd done when I in university where I put all these ahadith that are similar, have like a similar term that the Prophet ﷺ used that puts it in the, and then you just kind of put them together and you end up with a really interesting perspective or understanding of a certain way of looking at things. And in this hadith, these ahadith, he says laysa minna. I mean, it doesn't mean he's saying that the person is not amongst us, as in this person is not a Muslim anymore. No, he's saying it's not in keeping with who we are. It's not in keeping with our core values. It's not in keeping with our principles and the way we are as Muslims when you do one or two things. So it's like whom we are not. That's kind of the name, the title of the theme, kind of for the next couple of for the next 2 weeks or so. And there's like a dozen hadith that have this term in it. I chose the 10 that are authentic, and I'm going to narrate them to you, inshallah, over the next couple of nights. So the first one goes like this. This is what he says, عليه الصلاة والسلام. قال ليس منا من لم يجل كبيرنا ويرحم صغيرنا ويعرف لعالمنا حقه. It's not in keeping with our values, those who do not respect our elders and do not show compassion and empathy to those who are younger than them or weaker than them, or more naive than them, and those who do not show respect to scholarship, or those who not show respect to scholars. Know the status and the respect that you should show someone who is in life alim, someone who's a scholar or a teacher. And this hadith, it really is a very famous one, so most people here have heard it multiple times before. But every night the hadith is going to say something different, very different. It's not going to be the same. It's just the same term will be there. And in this one, he just points out a basic core value or ethic for us as Muslims. It's not in keeping with our Islamic values for you to disrespect someone who's older than you, to be harsh, to be cruel towards someone who is weaker than you, and not to know the status of people, and not to know how to treat people who have knowledge in the appropriate way. And this is important because alayhi salatu wasalam, that's how he lived his life. It's not, sometimes you may think, oh, I should treat people based on faith. No. It's not based on your ethics with people. It's not going to be based on their faith. No, that doesn't matter. It's going to be based on these 3 points. If they're older, then you must show respect, and if they're younger, you must show empathy and compassion and tenderness. And if they have status, you must make sure that status is held on to. It is preserved. The Prophet ﷺ would in other hadith say that. حدثوا الناس على قدر عقولهم وأنزلوهم منازلهم. Make sure the person who comes to you, you speak to them in a way they can understand you, and treat them based on the status that they carry. If the leader of a tribe comes to you, you don't treat them like that. No, you have to treat them as a leader of a tribe. You have to show them respect because that's the status that the people have chosen for this individual in the work. And that adab, these manners are just beautiful. And it's what the Prophet ﷺ is teaching in this hadith. It's not in keeping with us for someone to go around and raise their voice on people who are older than them because they don't agree, or the person is being obnoxious, for example, or there's always going to be an old ammu who's going to come and say something. You have no idea how many times a week I am compelled to, old ammus will have something to say. That's fine. You have to respect them. It's not in keeping with these values, the core values of the deen, to treat them in a way that does not reflect their age and reflect their status. No. And when someone who's younger than you, who is weaker than you, comes to you, it's easy to brush them off because they have nothing to offer you and they're not significant to you. Show them empathy and show them kindness because the potential is there. You never know which one of them is going to be the next Salah ad-Din or the next savior. You don't know which one of them is going to do something that will fix the problem that the world needs direly to be fixed. And then make sure when you see people, especially scholars. You see, our ummah is starting to suffer because people are saying things like they're allowing themselves to speak about their scholars in a way that is not respectful because they disagree with them on point A or point B or point C. No. Have you ever heard us speak negatively about a scholar here? And we never will. I will die before that happens. Never. No matter how much I disagree with him, no matter how many things he said that makes my top flip, I will not speak negatively of them because I'm not of their status. And why would I put myself? No, it's just not, there's no logic in doing that. You show respect even if you disagree. That's fine. That's fine. You can disagree with the intellectual product. You can disagree with the opinions and argue the opinion. Don't argue the person. Don't argue the person. I hope that was beneficial. يروي الإمام أحمد في مسنده بسند صحيح عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال قال النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم ليس منا من لم يجل كبيرنا ويرحم صغيرنا ويعرف لعالمنا حقه. صدق رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. سبحانك وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه. جزاكم الله